Dingmun, who's just back from a long vacation, reading that to us. Zenrat, how are you doing this morning?
Very well, Ian Ray. Good morning, Victor. And here's the news. The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluyede, has pledged to implement new tactics aimed at yielding better results in the fight against all forms of insecurity across Nigeria. On his first visit to the President following his confirmation by the National Assembly, Lieutenant General Oluyede sought the President's support. The Army Chief had recently visited some formations of the force.
Actually visited two formations, that's the one in the Northwest, 8th Division, and the Theatre of Operations in the Northeast. Well, basically, I was there to speak with my officers and soldiers and to make them realize that there's need for us to end all these forms of insecurity in Nigeria. And I made it bold to tell them that I'm going to do things differently, and I expect better results.
Regarding the emergence of a new terror group, Lukarawa, in parts of the country, the Chief of Army Staff expressed confidence that ongoing discussions and partnerships with neighboring countries would help terminate the new security threat.
Now that the Nigerian Republic is coming on board, that means very soon, Lukarawa will be a thing of the past.
Vice President Kashim Shettima has reaffirmed the federal government's commitment to addressing migration challenges while protecting the rights of migrants. Speaking at the 2024 National Migration Dialogue, Shettima noted that Nigerians continue to make remarkable strides globally. The dialogue themed Beyond Borders, Celebrating Migrants' Legacy, Protecting Their Rights, recognizes the resilience of migrants.
Excelling in fields such as technology, medicine, sports, and the creative arts, underscoring the transformative potential of our people across the world.
The Senate has launched an inquiry into the country's revenue generation, seeking greater transparency and accountability in the collection, remittance, and application of internally generated revenue. Senators engaged the Accountant General of the Federation, pressing for answers on the management of public funds. The investigative hearing is part of a broader effort to ensure that government revenues are being used effectively and efficiently to benefit the Nigerian people. Lawmakers are pushing for greater transparency and accountability in the country's financial management.
Clarity of what has NNPC paid till date, what have the Federation account received from the dividends of LNG.
The performance level of the 2024 budget is nothing to write home about.
Don't you have a checklist of what is required of them?
The House of Representatives is building consensus on mainstreaming gender issues in the nation's constitution to promote women inclusion in governance. Speaker of the House Tajuddin Abbas stated this at a session with speakers of state houses of assembly in Abuja to conclude 16 days of activism against gender-based violence.
A necessary corrective measure to address historical inequities and unlock our nation's full potential.
The Center for Transparency Advocacy has joined the rest of the world in commemorating this year's International Anti-Corruption Day. The celebration came under the Center's Strengthening Accountability and Governance in Nigeria initiative project, with support from the European Union through International Institute for Democracy and Electoral Assistance. Executive Director of the Center, Faith Nwadishi, emphasized that the commemoration aligns with their collective commitment to fostering transparency, accountability, and good governance in Nigeria.
Corruption-free future. In fact, we thought that we will gather some youth who had launched a competition for young people in secondary school and higher primary school to use art to describe to us what they understand by corruption.
This year's theme, Uniting with Youth Against Corruption, Shaping Tomorrow's Integrity, highlights the vital role of young people in fostering the culture of transparency and integrity. And those are the highlights of the news. Good Morning Nigeria continues with Ian Ray and Victor after this break.